Friends, welcome to Defense Career Academy online training channel. I am Ashok Babre. Today, we are going to study the second chapter of History, Standard 10th, Maharashtra State Board. The topic name is Historiography in the Medieval Period. Let us study historiography in the medieval period. Okay, in this topic we are going to study how history writing in India developed in medieval period. In the previous topic we have studied about historiography means history writing, research in history in the ancient period. In ancient period we have seen that there were inscriptions, there were manuscripts, they were used for writing and they are used as the source of history. In this period we are going to study how in medieval period history was written. The style of writing Rajtarangani, the history of Kashmir by Kalhana in 20th century common era is quite close to concept of modern historiography. Note this sentence. The style of writing Rajtarangini. Note this, Rajtarangini. The history of Kashmir, Rajtarangini, written by Kalhana. This is for match the pairs. This is for fill in the blanks. The style of writing Rajtarangini, the history of Kashmir by Kalhana in 12th century common era is quite close to the concept of modern historiography, means this style of writing Rajtarangini. This is very close to the concept of modern historiography, means it is very close to the concept of modern history writing. Kalhana wrote Rajtarangini. Note this sentence. Kalhana himself says that he wrote this text after critically examining various sources like inscriptions, coins, remains of ancient monuments, dynastic records and local traditions. Now in this sentence you will find that Kalhana means the writer of Rajtarangini. He himself says that he wrote this text. Which text? Rajtarangini. After critically examining various sources. Means we have seen that in modern historiography we saw many history writers and Western scholars also. What Western scholars said? Western scholars said that we should examine the historical sources critically. Critical examination of sources is very important for writing history. So this is the opinion of Leopold von Ranke, and same thing was done by Kalhana while writing this book. Which book? Rajtarangini. He examined various sources. Which sources were experienced by him? Inscriptions, coins, remains of ancient monuments, dynastic records, means records of various dynasties. These sources were used by Kalhana. Okay. Even local traditions were also studied by him while writing this book Rajtarangini. So note this book Rajtarangini, written by Kalhana. This is the book written in 20th century. It is the book about the history of Kashmir. Okay. He used various sources, but those sources were critically examined, and critically examining the sources of history is the basic principle of modern historiography. So it is very important statement by Kalhana. Okay. Then in this we saw that Kalhana examined the sources of history. He critically examined them and then after wrote the book Raj Tarangini. This was the book which could be used as source of historiography. Then in the medieval period means what? The period approximately from 11th to 17th century, means before the arrival of the European powers in India. This period is called as medieval period. In the medieval India, the historians in the courts of Muslim rulers were influenced by Arabic and Persian historiography. In this period in India, historians in the courts of Muslim rulers, means Muslim rulers kept some special scribes who had skill of writing, and those scribes, those writers were influenced by Arabic and Persian historiography, means Arabic history writing and Persian history writing. Among them most important was Ziauddin Barani. Note this name, Ziauddin Barani. He holds an important place, means he was one of the important historians, he was one of the important person who wrote about Muslim period. In his book Tarikh-e-Firoz Shahi, note this, Ziauddin Barani, Tarikh-e-Firoz Shahi. This is important for fill in the blanks, this is important for fill in the blanks as well as identify the wrong pair. In his book Tarikh-e-Firoz Shahi, he has stated the purpose of historiography, means he told us what is the objective of historiography, what is the objective of history writing, what is the purpose of history writing. According to him, the historian's duty is not limited only to the recording of the ruler's valor. Valor means bravery. Valor means bravery. Means according to Ziauddin Barani, in his book Tarikh-e-Firoz Shahi, he says that the duty of the historians is not limited to make records of the rulers' valor, their bravery, their policies, then their policies of welfare, public welfare. It is not only duty of the historians, but historians should write about the rulers' failures. He should write about the failings of the rulers, as well as he should write about the incorrect policies of the rulers. If historians is trying to write history about the ruler, then he should write about the not only about the valor and policies and diplomacies of the rulers. रूलर्स की पॉलिसीज डिप्लोमेसीज नहीं तो रूलर्स के फेल्यूर जो है, फेलिंग्स जो है, इनकरेक्ट पॉलिसीज जो है वो भी लिखना चाहिए. मीन्स व्हाट इन शॉर्ट, historian should be imbalanced. He should write the real history. Barani further says that a historian should also take into consideration the impact of the teachings of the wise, learned and the saints on the cultural life of people. Means according to Barani, not history should not be written about the kings, about the rulers, their valor and their policies of welfare, but also they should write about the failings and incorrect policies of the rulers. Further he says that history should not be written about the rulers only. He says that history should be written about the what was the impact, what was the effect of the teachings of wise people. What wise people, like various saints, various philosophers, what they told, what was their impact on the society, what was the impact of learned people on the society, what was the impact of saints on the people, what was effect of these people on the cultural life of people. all this should be written. Means through this thought of Ziauddin Barani, we come to know that history should not be written about the kings and queens only, then it should be written about the saints, about the wise people, about the learned people. Means this thought of Ziauddin Barani is somewhat similar to various Western scholars, modern scholars. They also told us, for example, in annal school, we saw that history should not be about the politics, diplomacy, wars, or the decisions of the kings and great leaders, but history should be written about various things like climate, local people, agriculture, trade, technology, etc. In the same way, Ziauddin Barani also tell us about the history of the impact of teachings of wise people, learned people, even saints on the cultural life of people. What was the impact? What was the effect on the cultural life of the people? This also should be mentioned in the book while writing history. This was the opinion of Ziauddin Barani. So, this was very important opinion of Ziauddin Barani, and this resembles to the opinion of annal schools and other Western scholars who gave their contribution to the history writing. So, for this paragraph, there may be a question: explain how Barani expanded the scope of historiography. Note this question: explain how Barani expanded the scope of historiography. Then for the historians, in the Mughal courts, praising the emperors and exhibition of loyalty became more important. Means the historians which were kept in the Mughal emperor's court, for those historians, praising the emperors and exhibition means show of their loyalty towards the emperor became more important. The custom of adding suitable poetic quotes and beautiful picture was also introduced. Means while writing the history of a particular emperor or ruler, the historians tried to show their loyalty. They tried to exhibit their loyalty towards their ruler, and it became more important. Even they added some suitable poetic quotes. For example, we use, while delivering a speech, we use some poetic quotations, we use some shero shairi. These things are used to praise the chief guest or some influential personalities in the society. To make our speech more effective, we use these things. In the same way, these historians in the courts of Mughal emperors used suitable poetic quotes, and they also used some beautiful picture which is called as miniature picture. They were introduced in their writings. Babur, he was the founder of Mughal Empire. Note this sentence: Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire. Babur, the founder of Mughal Empire. In his autobiography, the name of the autobiography is Tuzuki Babari. In this autobiography, what Babur wrote? Babur, he was the founder of Mughal Empire. In his autobiography Tuzuki Babari, it contains the description of the battles fought by him. This book, autobiography of Babur, in this book there is the descriptions of battles fought by Babur. Babur also recorded his minute observation. Minute means detailed observation of various regions. He observed various regions and cities traveled by him, including local economy, customs, and the flora. Means while Babur was on the expedition, military expeditions at that time, he recorded many minute things, observations about the regions where he visited. He made records of cities where he traveled, and in that records he included what was the local economy. He wrote about local economy, he wrote about customs and traditions of local people, he wrote about the flora. Flora means plantations, plants in that region, what type of crops, what type of plants were found in that region, all those things were described by him in his autobiography Tuzuk-e Babari. Then Abul Fazl's Akbarnama is very important from the point of view of critical historiography. Means note this again, Abul Fazl's Akbarnama. These names and their books are important for identify the wrong pair. They are important for the fill in the blanks. The Akbarnama written by Abul Fazl. It is a very important book from the point of view of critical historiography. Critical historiography means history with critical analysis. His method of collecting authentic historical documents and their scrutiny is looked upon as devoid of bias and hence realistic. In his book, he used critical method, and his method of collecting authentic historical documents. Authentic historical documents means while writing history he used real, trustworthy, authorized, genuine historical documents, and their scrutiny means he rechecked them. His correct analysis of the book is looked upon as devoid, means there is lack of bias, and that is why his writing of Akbarnama is considered as realistic book, because he critically analyzed the documents. He tried to collect authentic historical documents, the documents which are real, which are trustworthy. Those documents were used by Abul Fazl while writing Akbarnama. Because of that, as he scrutinized those documents, the Akbarnama is a book which is unbiased, which is devoid of bias, means there is no biased history. It is unbiased history, and so it is realistic. Then after we will see Marathi Bakars. Marathi Bakars, they are also various types. Sabhasad Bakar was written by Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad. Note this sentence again in Marathi book Bakar, Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad. He was the writer of Sabhasad Bakar. This is the type of Bakar. Bakar means it was a type of historical record which was written during the Maratha Empire. Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad was one of such writer who wrote Bakar of Marathi rulers during the rule of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. It can be found during the period of Peshwas also. It is an important Bakar for getting information about the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. This Bakar written by Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad. This Bakar, Sabhasad Bakar, is very important. It is important Bakar for getting information about the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, and he wrote this Bakar during the period of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj. Rajaram Maharaj was the son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Then another Bakar is Bhausaibanchi Bakar. Note these names of Bakar, types of Bakar. First is Sabhasad Bakar, then second is Bhausaibanchi Bakar. This Bakar describes the battle of Panipat. Bhausaibanchi Bakar, Sadashivrao Bhau. You might have seen that movie Panipat. In that Panipat, Sadashivrao Bhau was the character. That character, his story is mentioned, and the battle of Panipat is also mentioned in this Bhausahebbanchi Bakhar. Details of the battle of Panipat is described in this Bakhar, Bhausahebbanchi Bakhar. Bakhar means historical records which were made during the Maratha rulers period. Okay, another Bakhar, the name of that Bakhar is Panipatchi Bakhar. There are two Bakhars on Panipat, war of Panipat. Another Bakhar, and the title of that Bakhar is Panipatchi Bakhar, is also about the same event. Then next is Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. This is also another Bakhar. It tells about the misery of Yashwantrao Holkar, Malharrao Holkar. It provides information about the Holkars and their contribution to Maratha rule. Holkaranchi Bakhar tells us information, provide us information about the Holkars and their contribution to Maratha rule. How Holkars contributed to the expansion of Maratha rule in North India. It is mentioned in this Bakhar, Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. Then there are various types of Bakhar. Bakhars can be divided into various types, such as biographies of kings. These are the types of Bakhar, note them. This is important for concept chart or flow chart. There are four Bakhars, Sabhasadanchi Bakhar, then Bhausahebbanchi Bakhar, Panipatchi Bakhar, Holkaranchi Bakhar. These are four Bakhars mentioned in this topic. Then there are types of Bakhar like biographies of king, then Bakhar which describes the history of a particular dynasty, then the history which is described in the Bakhar, description of a particular event. For example, Panipatchi Bakhar and Bhausahebbanchi Bakhar. These Bakhars are important as the description of events. Then history of a sect. Of a sect means the particular way of belief. History of a particular sect. Then history means Bakhar, type of Bakhar is autobiography. Some Bakhars are autobiographies. Then some Bakhars are regarding grievance means sorrows. For example, Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. Kaifiyat means grievance, sorrows expressed by a particular person. What was the sorrow? What was the misery of Holkar? That misery, that grievance, their grief is mentioned, described in Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. Then there are some Bakhars which are based on mythologies also. Then there are some Bakhars which tell us about the state administration by a particular king. In this way, there are various Bakhars. There may be a short note or a question on the Bakhar. While writing that short note on this Bakhar, we come to know about various types of Bakhars, who were the important writers of the Bakhars. These points are important. Bakhars are of various types. Sabhasad Bakhar, which was written by Kushnaji Anand Sabhasad. Then during the reign of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, it is important Bakhar for getting information about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Then Bhausahebbanchi Bakhar, which describe the battle of Panipat. Then another is Panipatchi Bakhar, which is on the same event. Then Holkaranchi Kaifiyat, it tells us information about the Holkar and their contribution to Maratha rule. Then Bakhar can be divided into various types. These are the types of Bakhars: biographies of kings, dynastic history. Dynastic history means history of a particular dynasty mentioned in the Bakhar. Description of events, for example, Panipatchi Bakhar. This is description of event. Which event? The war of Panipat. Then history of a sect. Sect means a particular creed and the history of that creed. Okay, then Bakhar, another type of Bakhar is autobiographies. These are the types of Bakhar. These are important for flow chart, concept chart. Types of buffers. Okay. First of all, you try to understand what is buffer. Buffer means, as in the Mughal courts there were some special writers to write the history of that ruler. In the same way, in Maratha Empire also there were such people who wrote history of that ruler of that period. He maintained record, written record of that ruler, and buffer is that record which was maintained by the writer. Okay, and there are various types of buffers, and those types are dynastic history, description of events, history of a sect, then biographies of kings, autobiographies regarding grievances, means buffers which are related to the misery and sorrows of a particular leader or a king. Then some buffers are based on mythological stories, some buffers are based on administration by a king. So there may be a question of 2 or 3 marks on this topic. Write in detail about the buffers. Okay. There may be identify the wrong pairs like Sabhasad Buffar written by Krishnaji Anand Sabhasad, then Sahebanchi Buffar, then Panipatchi Buffar, Holkaranchi Kaifiyat. Such a type of match the pairs, filling the blanks, identify the wrong pair. Such a questions may be there on this topic. Even types of buffers, there may be a question of flow chart or concept chart for 2 marks. Okay. Then let us see these topics once again in detail. A style of writing Raj Tarangini. The history of Kashmir by Kalana in 12th century is quite close to concept of modern historiography. Means while Raj Tarangini was written by Kalana, he used modern concept. Means his concept was similar to the modern historiography. Kalana himself says that he wrote this text after examining various sources, and those sources were critically examined by him, like inscriptions, coins, remains of ancient monuments, dynastic records and local traditions. Then in medieval period, historians in the courts of Muslim rulers, they were influenced by Arabic and Persian historiography. Means they were influenced by Arabic and Persian style of history writing. Among them Ziauddin Barani, he is most important. He has important place in historiography. His book Tarikh-e-Firuz Shahi, written by him. In this book, he says that he states that the purpose of historiography. He states the purpose of historiography. What is the purpose of historiography? According to Ziauddin Barani, historian's duty is not confined, it is not limited only to the recording of the ruler's bravery. Valor means bravery, great deeds. Even it is not limited to policies of welfare implemented by that particular king, but his duty is to write about the failures of that ruler, that king. His duty is to write about the incorrect policies of that king. What wrong policies, incorrect policies were used by that king, were implemented by that king, it also should be mentioned by the historians. Barani further says that a historian should also take into consideration, means historians should also think in detail the effect of the teachings of wise people, learned people, even the saints on the cultural life of the people of that empire. In this way, Barani expanded the scope of historiography. This is important, and there may be a question. Explain how Barani expanded the scope of historiography. Then for the historians in the Mughal courts, praising the emperor and exhibition of loyalty became more important. Means The historians which were in the Mughal courts, they used to praise the emperor to make him happy and to get some rewards. They tried to show their loyalty, they tried to exhibit their loyalty. It became more important for them, and in return they may get a reward from the emperor. Through their writing, they tried to make happy to the emperor. For his pleasure, they wrote the history, they made the records. The custom of adding suitable poetic quotes means while writing history of that particular ruler, they added some suitable poetic quotes, means some lines of the poems were composed by them. Even beautiful pictures were also added in their history writing. Babur, he was the founder of Mughal Empire. He wrote an autobiography. His autobiography is known as Tuzuk-i Babari. Underline this again, note this sentence. It contains the description of the battles fought by him. In his book, he recorded his minute observation of various regions and cities travelled by him, including the local economy, customs and flora. Means while he travelled various regions and cities, when he was on the military expeditions, at that time he wrote about the local economy, he wrote about the local customs and traditions, even he wrote about the local flora and fauna, even he wrote about the local crops. In the book Akbarnama, written by Abul Fazl, it is very important from the point of view of critical historiography. Means Abul Fazl wrote history in critical way. His method of collecting authentic historical documents and their scrutiny is looked upon as devoid of bias and hence realistic. Means as he collected authentic historical documents, authentic means trustworthy, authentic means realistic, genuine, authorized historical documents were collected by Abul Fazl while writing Akbarnama, and he scrutinized them, he analyzed them, and that is why his book Akbarnama is devoid of bias, means there is absence of bias, there is no biased history, it is unbiased history, and that is why his Akbarnama is considered as realistic history book. Now friends, let us see about Al-Biruni. Al-Biruni wrote in Arabic about Indian knowledge and social life. Means in Arabic language he wrote about the Indian knowledge and social life. In the following period, many books about India were written by foreign scholars. Means Al-Biruni, he visited India, and he in his book in Arabic language he wrote about Indian knowledge and he wrote about social life of Indian people. But after him there were many foreign scholars who visited India. Many books were written by them. Among them, to name a few, means who were the foreign scholars who visited India? Hasan Nizami, he wrote Tajul Ma-Asir. He wrote Tajul Ma-Asir. Note this name of these books and their writers. Hasan Nizami, his book Tajul Ma-Asir. Minhaj-e-Siraj, he wrote another book. He was one of another scholar who visited India. His book Tabakat-i-Nasiri. Then various works by Amir Khusro. He was also one of the well-known scholar of that period who visited India. He wrote about Taimur. His book Tuzuk-e-Timuri. Then it was the autobiography of Timur-e-Lang, who was also known as Amir Timur. Means Tuzuk-e-Timuri, which was written by Amir Khusro. Amir Timur, which was known as Timur-e-Lung, he invaded India. About his life, Tuzuke-Timuri was written by Amir Khusro. Then Tariq-e-Mubarak Shahi, this was written by Yahya bin Ahmad Sarhindi. These were the Muslim scholars or foreign scholars who visited India. Among them Hassan Nizami, then Minhaj-e-Shiraz. Note these names. These are important for concept chart or identify the wrong pair or fill in the blanks. Then Yahya bin Ahmad Sarhindi. These are important names, may be asked for concept chart. Foreign scholars in the medieval period who visited India. Al-Baruni, this is also important name. Their accounts provide us with historical information of Sultanate period. Sultanate period means the period of Muslim rulers. Their accounts means whatever descriptions were made by these writers or these foreign scholars, they provide us very important historical information about the period of various sultans who invaded and established their rule in India. Accounts of foreign travelers means there were many foreign travelers who visited India during that period or before that period. Their descriptions in India are also important. Among them are Ibn Battuta, who visited India. He was from Morocco. Then Abdul Razak, then Marco Polo, then Niccolo Conti. These are important names for concept chart. Then Barbosa and Domingo Space. These were the foreign travelers. Okay. These Hassan Nizami, Minhaj-e-Shiraz, Amir Khusro, Yahya bin Ahmad Sarhindi, Al-Baruni, these were foreign scholars who visited India along with the Muslim rulers, along with the sultans. And these were the foreign travelers who visited India, travelled in India. They stayed in India for many years and they wrote about Indian culture, they wrote about the Indian economy, Indian climate, various aspects of Indian life were written by these foreign travelers. Note this, foreign traveler is different and foreign scholars is different. Foreign scholars in Sultanate period and foreign travelers in Sultanate period. There may be two different type of concept charts. Okay. And their accounts means their description provide us with historic information of medieval India. Foreign travelers of medieval India, Ibn Battuta, Abdul Razak, Marco Polo, Niccolo Conti, Barbosa and Domingo Space. These were the foreign travelers of medieval India. They visited India and they wrote their travelogues. They wrote their descriptions about India, and those descriptions provide us historical information of medieval India. They are the authentic source which is useful for studying medieval period. Ishwardas Nagar, Bhimsen Saxena, Khafi Khan and Nicola Manuki, they were among the historians of Aurangzeb's times. Note this again, historians of Aurangzeb's time. This is also important for concept chart. Which were the historians of Aurangzeb time? Ishwardas Nagar, Bhimsen Saxena, Khafi Khan and Nicola Manuki. These were the historians of Aurangzeb's time. their accounts are important sources of Mughal history. Means they wrote about Mughal history in detail, and so their accounts, their descriptions give us important information about Mughal period. So friends, this was all about medieval historiography. This was all about historiography in the medieval period. Thank you friends. If you like this video, then please subscribe our channel and share it. Thank you.